back to Explore Electronics YouTube channel. I hope you all are doing well. So in today's video, we are going to discuss model question paper questions with solutions. Let's get started. This is the subject is programming in C. This is a code and the time will allotted for the exam is 3 hours and the maximum marks is 100. Fine. And today we are going to cover module first. That is module 1. The module 1A question is define data type, explain primitive data type supported in C language with example, and 1B is general form of C program, and third 1C is program. Let us see one by one with their solution. The first one is 1A. Define data type. Explain the primitive data type supported in C languages with example. Here, firstly, this is the definition. A data type specifies the type of a data a variable can store, the amount of memory allocated to it, and the operation that can be performed on it. Data may be represented by variables, strings, or values written by function. This is a definition of data type. You should take a screenshot or write it down, make a point. It has 1 mark. As in question itself, they have given define data type. And the next part is explain the primitive means basic data type supported in C language with example. Here, the basic data types are char, int, float, double, wide. This five means char means character type, int integer type, float means single precision floating point, double precision floating point, wide. It's valueless type. These five types forms the base for creating other data types like array pointer structure. But in question, what I have asked only to explain the basic data types, but to with examples. Now let us go with one by one. And the first data type is char. It always has 1 byte in size, and this is fixed for all compilers. The example is char ch is equal to a. As I said, character. It is always used in single quotes. And for strings, double quotes is used. Fine. This is character and its example. Next type of data is int. There is two-bit system. One is 16-bit system and another one is 32-bit system. Here in 16-bit system, that is int is equal to 16 bits, that is 2 bytes. And in 32-bit system, int is equal to 32 bits, that is 4 bytes. And example for int is int a is equal to 10. And you should not assume a fixed size for int because it changes with the environment. So C can see only the minimum range of each data type, not the exact size in bytes. And the third data type is floating point and also double. Here I have written together, means in the textbook they have given in this format. Like this I have written. Their format depends on the implementation. Here minimum range is 1 in minus 37 and maximum precision differs for float and double. This is floating point means float and double is nothing but it includes decimal point values also. Compared to float, double size is more. Right? Here is an example. Float by 3.14. This is for float data type. And for double data type, this is an example. This is just a note. It usually stores ASCII characters. Values outside the ASCII range may behave differently on different compilers. It is just a note. And the last data, basic data type is void. Void type uses. Here we will use void type in two ways. One is to declare a function that returns no value, that is void display, and the second one is to create a generic pointer. In these two ways, we will use void data type. Here I have tabulated all the basic data types with their meaning and their size. Right? This is 1A question. Next is 1B. Explain the general form of a C program with example. Here, see as a fixed set of keywords that have special meaning in language. C89 has how many keywords? 32. When it comes to C99, 5 new keywords added. Then we can say 32 plus 5. How much? 37 keywords. Both complex imaginary, inline and restrict were added in C99 version. Many compilers had non-standard or extended keywords to support specific hardware or features. These are the some example and these are compiler specific and not part of standard C. And also C is for case sensitive means else means it identifies uppercase, lowercase, and even the change in little also it can identify. Okay, that's why it is called as case sensitive. And keywords cannot be used as variable names, function names, or identifiers. See, these are the keywords. When it comes to the structure of C program, we will see that this is a general form of a C program. You must write this. Please take down. First, you will write global declaration, then int name, parameter list, and statement sequence. Then you will write return type, function with parameter list, and it goes on till n number of function. Here, see the same thing explained in sentence. C program consists of one or more functions. The main function is mandatory. It is the starting point of program execution. Other user-defined functions like F1, Futil, F1 are called from main function. And main acts as the outline of the program, typically contains calls to other function. Though not a keyword, main should not be used as a variable or a function name to avoid a confusion. It's very important. And for this, the main marks is given to this, the general form of a C program, that is the syntax, and then for that explanation. Fine. And the next question is develop a C program, that is 1C. Develop a C program to multiply, subtract, and division by taking two whole numbers. Choose suitable data types, variables. Here they have given what all operation we have to perform? First one is multiplication, subtraction, division. We have to perform multiply, subtraction and division by taking two whole number. This is very important. While reading a question, read the question properly, then answer the question. Okay, because see here whole number. What is mean by whole number? It starts with 0, 1, 2, and it does not include any negative numbers. Okay, if in this place it had given integers, what happens integer numbers means it includes even negative numbers too. So read the question properly before answering it, right? Then all number 0, but choose suitable. They have given option to you only to choose the data type for variable. Now let us go to the program. First, header file, then hint main. Here I have declared 2, means two whole numbers A, B, and for division I have included div. Okay, first printf is enter two whole numbers. Here the user have to enter two whole numbers. Fine. And next is printf. Here multiplication. A multiplied by B. Value it multiplies and it prints over here. Next is subtraction. Then here when it comes to now multiplication over, now subtraction also over. The left out is division, right? Left out is division. When it comes to division, as you know, number cannot be divided by 0, right? So we will consider if case. If b is not equal to 0, means a by b. This is a division, right? The denominator should not be 0. So, if it is not equal to 0, then we have to perform this statements. That is, float AB. Here, the data type we have considered for division is float. See, float. Because if we divide, we may get a decimal value also. Like if we divide 5 by 2, we will get 2.5. Right? So we have included data type is float here, A by B, and the division. It performs a division operation. If B is not equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, it has to print division by 0 is not possible. Fine. Here percentage dot 2f I have included means after the decimal point consider only two values means in decimal point values. This says that okay. This is a simple program to perform multiply, subtract, division by taking two whole numbers. This is 1C. Right? Now, this is one question. Now we have completed 1A, 1B, 1C. This is one question, full set of question. Either you have to answer these three or else you have to answer 2A, 2B and 2C. Right? Now let us start the 2A. The question is, what is a variable? Explain the rules to construct variable and classify the following as valid and invalid identifiers. Thus, we will write definition of variable first. Now, a variable is a name and memory location used to store a value that can change during the execution of a program. Each variable has a data type which determines the type of value it can store. This is a definition of variable. This part completed. And the next part is now we have to explain the rules to construct variable. Here are six basic rules to construct a variables. The first rule is always it must begin with letter or a underscore. And the second rule is it can contain letter, digits and underscores only. And it should not start with a digit. And special symbols like plus, minus, exclamatory mark, whatever it may be, special characters are not allowed. And spaces are not permitted in variable names. Variable names should not be key keywords like int, float, while. These are the six basic rules to construct variables. Now we need to classify them as valid and invalid. So I have tabulated in a table with the reason also. The first one is num2. Here it is valid because it starts with a letter and it contains digit. And these two are invalid because it starts with special characters. And this one is valid because it contains letters, underscore, and digit. It is valid. When it comes to this is invalid because it does not start with digit. And sixth one is valid because it starts with underscore. And seventh one is invalid because it starts with a special character, right? This is for the third set of like answer. Okay, this completes answer for that question. Now let us go to B. Show the evaluation of the following expressions with intermediate final values. Now we have to evaluate this part. Okay, the first expression, let us evaluate. They have given values also. A is equal to 9, B is equal to 12, and C is equal to 3. First step, we have to apply operator precedence. First one is we have to perform division, multiplication, then we have need to perform addition and subtraction. Okay, then we have to always evaluate from left to right. This is very important. Now let's get started. First, we need to substitute values. See A9, B12, C3. We need to substitute here. For substituting, we need to perform division and multiply operation. When we perform division operator, that is 12 by 3, we get 4 as an answer. 3 multiplied by 6 as an answer. Then we get x as 9 minus 4 plus 6 minus 1. Then later we need to perform addition and subtraction. 9 minus 4 is 5. 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 minus 1 is 10. Then the final answer for the expression is 10. Let me write here also 10. Now let us go to evaluate second one. As it is included relational operator and all, I have tabulated in a table, right? The first one, when it comes to operator precedence, it goes like this. First is relational, equality, then logical and logical or. When it first we will perform relational operator. 5 less than 4. It is false, right? So I will write here 0. This is resulting expression column. Then equality. 10 not equal to 10. It is obviously 0. Then I will write 0 over here. Then we have to perform AND operation. Here 0, ampersand ampersand 0. The result is 0. Our operation, the final answer we get as 0. Okay. Next question is 2C. Here need to develop program which takes in PTR, then calculates simple interest, right? Here, first we need to know about the simple interest formula. If we know this formula, then this program is completed. Okay, the formula is PTR by 100. Fine. For input, we need P, E, and R. So, for printf, enter principal, time, and rate. For scanner, I have mentioned like this to get the input. Yes, same header file, list, and the main function. Then later here I have mentioned formula. Then at last I will display the output. This is a simple program to perform to calculate simple interest by taking PTR as a. This completes your module 1. In next video, we will solve module 2 questions. Stay tuned. Till then, keep coding and keep learning. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to Explore Electronics YouTube channel. See you in the next video. Bye bye.